Hello everyone, welcome back. I have quite a spread for you and I'm going to get right into it pretty quickly here. I'm just going to mention a few of the decks that I'm using for this week's message, and I feel this is a weekly message, not just a daily message, and it is the week of February the 3rd, 2020, and I feel that even if you're watching this at another time, another year, another decade even, this message will be for you if you just happen to stumble across it, okay? I feel that I kind of share the similar views of my mentor. Her name is Jessica Mcgann from Bahati Life, and I have taken her Sacred Circle Tarot School and dove right in. The minute I started with that course and fell in love with this woman's teaching. She's helped me to see tarot and really tap into my insight, my my own intuition in such a much more deeper way, if that makes sense. I'm probably not even talking right today. I'm still getting over my cold from last week. So anyways, I'm going to dive right in and talk a little bit about what energies I work with when I'm doing these kinds of readings with my clients. A lot of the times I will pull crystals, okay? Right here you can see this heart that I'm holding. It's actually the image, it's not picking up really great, but it is definitely a light pink, pastel pink. And you can see the kind of the layers on it here, right? Beautiful, beautiful. It's called Mcgann O Calcite, and it's from Australia. This crystal in particular really does help with, self-love, healing, all sorts of things. And to me, I keep this one well oiled. I put a lot of rose oil on it, and I often pull it here, this oil, Self-Love, Warrior Apothecaries, ladies, from Edmonton. And I believe it's $25 for this bottle, but it lasts forever. It's a perfume and I absolutely love it. But I do put a drop of it in my hand, and I definitely put it on my crystal. I believe that oils and crystals really work hand in hand. There's some crystals that can't handle certain oils, and you got to really be careful too, because there can be some toxicity. So I wouldn't recommend, unless you really do some research on the crystal, not to put oils on it unless you really know what you're dealing with, okay? Another crystal that I'm using, Lepidolite. Love this crystal. It's pearly texture. Sometimes it comes in a flatter form. This one is an actual free form, and it's a beautiful piece. And I work with it very often when it comes to kind of reaching a little bit more of an ethereal level of energy that I want to tap into. This stone is really good for those of you who are having a hard time sleeping at night. It's really good if you buy a flatter piece. I will mention though that this stone, if you can really see the layers here, it can flake off. So if you're going to buy a flat piece, you will notice that the surface of it can flake off. So you just got to be really careful with it. It's pretty fragile, but it's also awesome. It does help you with sleeping. I don't necessarily put this under my pillow. I put it on my bedside table. Works awesome. And of course, I have this nice giant piece of fluorite, okay? Beautiful. Usually fluorite comes in like variations of purple, greens, and whites. Beautiful stone, but it's really good for calming chaotic situations, or things that just seem kind of out of control. Really good for that, okay? So just throwing it out there, this wonderful lady with a Warrior Apothecary, you definitely want to check her out. warrioropothecary.com, I think that's her. Yep, you can see her website there, okay? Check her out. Love her stuff. I also love Bahati Life stuff too. Very good oils to work with. I work with both ladies' products when I work with clients. Now, I've strewn about quite a few cards here, and I'm going to kind of give this a little bit of a breakdown. Let's talk about the decks that I'm using. Pagan Otherworlds by UC Tarot. This is the 3rd edition. I got this from littleredtarot.com. It's in England. And I am working with Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit Animal Oracle. This is an amazing deck. Love it. I'm also working with Colette Baron Reid's The Enchanted Map Oracle. Okay. Very, very nice deck. And this one I got when I was, oh gosh, in my 20s, I believe, late 20s, early 30s. It's called Divine Guidance, 44 Oracle card deck and guidebook. I'm 47 now, and so I don't even know if they even print these anymore. You can try looking for them, but beautiful deck, okay? So let's start off with that. I'm actually going to pull the card that I actually pulled from that deck. And it's, as soon as I saw it, immediately I'm like, okay, wow, right? Like, let's look at that fluorite and that piece together. You know, the energy is very similar because this card is called Dragon Guide. And it's essentially saying that Dragon is here to help you take a stand in your life. Others may have strong opinions about what you should be doing or how you should be doing it. It could also be that others are interfering when they should not be. Dragon has come to help you stand firm for what you believe is right, even if that means breathing a little fire to get your point across. Don't worry, it will be okay. Dragon is here to help you claim your power and your right to live your life as you see best. Order is what I see in this. Okay, I'm seeing order. And that really goes quite well with this fluorite piece, okay? We're talking about order, but let's pull in here Mr. Knight of Swords here, okay? Really goes hand in hand with this oracle card that's being pulled. So I'm seeing there's a level of needing to assert yourself in some way, okay? Because I am seeing that the Ace of Swords has also been pulled here. I've got Swords energy this week, and it's all about communications and how you think and how you speak, okay? I'm not saying you have to be careful of how you speak, but what I am seeing as a theme here is that there's definitely going to be opportunities this week, opportunities that are going to be very pivotal in and possibly quite life-changing, okay? That's the energy of what I'm feeling when I'm seeing this, that there's a strong communication coming in. And I feel that it's going to be very important, you know, when we see Dragon Guide, that we speak our mind. I don't think that it's a question of somebody that's opposing you, because what I have also pulled is the Three of Wands. Okay, the Three of Wands, again, it talks about your ship coming, and you can even actually see the little ships there in the harbor. And it's about looking out into the horizon, you know, seeking new ventures and working and collaborating, which goes quite well with the Ant Spirit card from the Colette Baron Reid Animal Guides. And it says, time to collaborate. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And, you know, when we talk about what I pulled in my last video, and it was very recently that I pulled it, we talked a little bit about, you know, waiting, pausing, don't jump in, wait for the right moment. Well, look at this. I'm seeing that ship coming in, okay? To me, when I see this, I feel like even though it's going to come in fairly quickly, it may not necessarily be this week, okay? I'm seeing this could be 3 days to 3 weeks out from what I'm feeling. It could even be within the week. But I am feeling like this is something of a timely nature, okay? So the reason why I feel that is because I also pulled this card, slow and steady, right? Like, really think before you speak, but it is time to act. When that ship comes in, this ship here, it's time to really act. It's time to, you know, speak, okay? And, you know, I also found this card to be very interesting, as well as this one, Peaks of Joy and Field of Dreams. Like, let's think about this, right? We have this beautiful card that's indicating, you know, there is sweetness. We talked about milk and honey last week, didn't we? And now we're here looking at Peaks of Joy and Fields of Dreams. And to me, it just feels like, okay, you know what? We also have this last card here, Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. Like, guys, you know, and I did pull on the energy of the Mcgann O Calcite with this reading. You know, I really wanted to pull all kinds of, you know, I wanted to see the depth of what we're about to receive, the blessings that we're about to receive in terms of, you know, what can we expect from our lives? What can we expect from the people or situations around us? And when I look at all of this, you know, like, you know, some of these go really well together, you know, like those four. And then we talk about this communication coming in and Dragon Spirit. Guys, you know, I feel like we're on the precipice of something Some of you are going to be experiencing some maybe, you know, strong communications that are going to come in. And some of you are going to be experiencing a moment where you're going to have to assert your power a little bit, you know, assert yourself in a way that's going to be complimentary. I mean, you need to collaborate with people here. It's going to be coming up with collaborations. And I feel this is a time where you need to speak confidently, okay? Because I do see that Ace of Swords there. And this Dragon card here, you know, it just tells me that speaking confidently, your truth, what you're passionate about. I feel this is about maybe quite possibly a creative or artistic endeavor. So a lot of my musician people, musician friends, artists, writers, that sort of thing, creators. I feel this is a creative aspect to this, okay? Because I'm getting this creative vibe. And I really honestly feel like, you know, it's not something to be pushed, but it's definitely something that you have to stand your truth in, okay? So I really want, you know, those of you who are watching these videos, just, you know, leave a nice comment. Let me know what you're thinking, you know, when you see these spreads that I'm pulling for you. And let me know what you'd like to see more of. I'm going to be doing some personal videos in the upcoming weeks. I'm also going to be starting to talk a little bit about life coaching and some of the opportunities for people in that, and kind of giving some guidance in each one of those videos as well. Not just pulling cards, but you're actually going to be seeing me face to face. I'm going to look at starting to do live videos too here soon, and starting to interact with all of you as I go live. But I definitely want to do a you know, and get some more subscribers to the channel. So it's going to be very important for all of us to be sharing, commenting, subscribing if you want to see more of these, or if you want to see something else, I'm more than happy to do that. I am going to be looking at possibly doing some videos on all of my crystals, talking a little bit about the energy and how I work with them. I definitely work with crystals and aromatherapy when I do my readings every single time. I have clients that come to my table and they automatically feel relaxed when they come and sit down, and I'm sitting across from them and we have a consultation. And, you know, it's worked very well for me anyways, to have that client very calm when we're going into, say, mediumship. I also do mediumship as well. I have had quite a few sessions this past week with some people, and you know, really got to connect to people from the other side that they're missing and wanting to hear messages from. So I do honestly feel that you know, in future I'm going to be talking a little bit about that and how I kind of go into that. I would not recommend any of these kinds of ventures unless you really take the time out to understand what it is that you're getting yourself into. Mediumship is a very touchy subject for some people. For me, it's very personable, and you know, it's not something to kind of fool around with. You do have to be fairly protected and really understand what it is that you're doing when you're doing it, okay? So anyways, we're not going to go off on a mediumship tangent. I just wanted to shoot this message off to you all today and give you some guidance for this upcoming week. Just know that there is, you know, that milk and honey that we saw in the last video is actually starting to come into fruition. And we can see that with some of these cards that are being pulled, the strong communication coming in. But it is going to require you to stand up for what it is that is your truth, okay? So speak up. Your ship's coming in. We see it there, right? All right, guys, I will leave it at that. I would love to see your comments, see what your thoughts are on these videos, how it's helped you, how it's encouraged you in some way, and let me know and give me some feedback. All right. And if you would like to catch me on Twitter, I'm pretty active on Twitter, and I will drop that link in the comments or in the bio of this video, and you can follow me on there, and we can definitely keep up with each other, okay? I love to talk to you guys, and we'll chat very soon. Take care.